Okay, someone on Instagram asked me to list all of my disabilities and they said, like, don't skip one. So since everybody's been asking and I'm hoping this will get you to shut up, I'm going to list all of my disabilities and be done with it. I'm crowdfunding for a Black disabled couple who needs weekly dialysis treatment. That is a $14.77 fee this week, as well as May rent, which is $1,500. If you're in touch with lived experience, you know that homelessness is a death sentence, especially if you're multiply marginal. And you also know that losing access to dialysis treatments is detrimental to someone's health. We need to get this fulfilled as quickly as possible because the dialysis treatments are a weekly need and they also need ongoing blood clot medication, which is usually about $300 when they need it. One of them has strokes, so we need to be prepared for an emergency situation. And if we're crowdfunding for rent still and dialysis, it is harder to get emergency things like blood clot medication. This is a couple that is beloved in my mutual aid community and has been supported for a long time. Because the people who understand mutual aid understand that there shouldn't be a paywall in front of things you literally need to survive. So we do everything we can to make sure everyone around us has what they need. And it's hard because we live in a culture that tells you to hoard your own resources, to do it all yourself. And that's why I say capitalism is eugenic at its core, because if you cannot earn money or access financial resources in some way, then you literally cannot survive. And that's intrinsically inhumane. And it's eugenic. You don't fit the standard to survive. And people look at mutual aid posts and would rather shame and harass and explain how someone should do this, this, and this to improve their life, rather than taking someone at face value and being like, yeah, it's really hard to survive in this world, especially if you're disabled or sick or multiply marginal or already homeless or facing genocide. Especially if you cannot work. If you understand how hard it is to survive, how hard it is to get resources, and you have a few extra to spare, please help my friends survive this week. We need dialysis by Thursday, that's tomorrow, and we need rent by Saturday. There's $2,700 left for the total. If 270 people see this video and have $5 they can spare, we're halfway to this goal. That's my favorite new thing, mutual aid math. If 2,700 people see this video and send $1, most of my videos on Instagram are getting at least 3,000 views. This video gets 10,000 views and everybody sends 50 cents. They would have their need covered this week and we'd have a start for next week. It's hard to look at these numbers and not feel overwhelmed, but if you think about how many of us there are, you realize how much a little bit adds up. So if you don't have $3 or $1 or 50 cents or $50, you can engage with me in good faith. Comment something about sunflowers. Sunflower is the memo you should use if you are able to send to make sure that we know that it is for this Black disabled couple. My friend Lay also crowdfunds for their own needs, so if you don't specify with the sunflower, they will not know that it is for the Black disabled couple. And that is okay because Lay is also unemployed and disabled and multiply marginal and needs support. But just be sure if you want to specifically send for them. Tell me what your favorite flower is, tell me if you like sunflowers or not. Or search something about sunflowers in the search bar. Helping engagement will help more people see this video. And the more people that see this video and send 50 cents or $1 or $5, the more likely we are to get this fulfilled. I've been in this mutual aid community for a few months and we always get this fulfilled. We've been late maybe twice, but I just need you to know that this isn't impossible because it happens every week. I just want to invite you in so that there's a bigger resource pool. So the people who have been sustaining them can help sustain other people. If you've watched this far, thanks. I forgot I started this video out doing a troll. Appreciate you.